morning, everybody. Welcome to the Saturday First Handicapping Challenge here on a holiday Monday. It's Indigenous Peoples Day, or some people still call it Columbus Day. Or Run Happy Day. It's always Run Happy Day. I get a feeling, right, Chappy?
Every day is Run Happy Day.
Every day is Run Happy Day. We are always happy to be running. Even, my man Joe there, we just got a smile on his face.
There you go.
He had his game face on here today, George. Joe's coming to play. He's been angry about these contests in the past. Rumor has it he hasn't slept all night. He's been studying since 3 a.m. So we're ready to take our Jeopardy genius Nicole down.
Hey, Nicole's they were really upset that Arlington is now closed, and they're waiting to take it out on somebody, and they're going to take it out on Joe right now. That's the story. They're going to take it out on Joe. But man, I got to tell you what, Chappy, you mentioned it. I was thrilled, overjoyed to see you on Jeopardy. I mean, how is that feeling, Nicole?
Oh, it was so much fun. I would have loved to play more than one game, but being on that stage was as fun as I ever thought it would be. And if I couldn't win, at least I was able to give a goat a good game.
Not only a good game.
The guy who beat me,
I thought you kicked ass.
You had it.
The guy who beat me, he is still the returning champion, and I love it because every single time he comes up, they're like, he's won 1,500,000 blah 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 and $1, and that $1 was the $1 he bet against me.
I love it. I love it. Nicole, at the halfway point, you were in the lead, and then the double Jeopardy. You had like part of the answer right, which I wrote to my congressman saying that should have been counted as a victory. And then that guy doubles up 2 minutes later in double Jeopardy. I mean, you had him right where you wanted him. It was great. It was unbelievable. And
even then, if I'd have known, the position I had him in, if I'd have known Final Jeopardy and he didn't, I still could have won. And it's just, It's the luck of the draw. They tape an entire week of episodes in one day. And in our 5 episodes they taped on my day, 2 of the Final Jeopardy questions I knew and he got wrong. So if it had been the question about the penguins or the question about the Ethiopian flag, I would have had him by $1. But them's the breaks.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you one thing about the foursome here. If they had George, Joe, and I on, unless the subjects were sports gambling, horse racing, and TV, I think we'd be out. Big trouble. Joe, how you doing, buddy? Tell us about My Racehorse, my man.
Yeah, it's been an exciting few weeks for My Racehorse. It's been pretty steady. We had 6 runners on opening week at Santa Anita, so it's been an exciting first 2 weeks of Santa Anita. I think great racing all around. And we're just looking to keep everything going strong to hopefully the Breeders' Cup. So hopefully we should have a few exciting runners in Breeders' Cup. And I think we capped off the meet on day 1 with going to Vegas at Santa Anita. That was exciting with all the partnerships with Abadanza, Medallion, as well as a lot of excitement in that winner's circle after that race.
Yeah. George, have you ever seen a larger winner's circle in your entire life? They couldn't even fit the horse in the picture.
There's a movement going around the country. All the racetracks are getting together to make their winner circle bigger just to accommodate My Racehorse winners. They are like, we need a bigger winner circle because I've never seen so many people in my life. And that was Jory Taylor was there that day. And she must have thought, wow, every time somebody wins, this is what happens? It was ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, the funniest thing too, George, she was presenting the trophy. Unless you had a drone overhead, you couldn't pick her out of a lineup. She was like 80 people deep right in the middle holding a trophy. Like, what do I do next? It was comical, but it was great, Joe, to get that victory and be Breeders' Cup bound.
I remember there was times when I was working in group events where we would ask people, I know you got 8 people already in the winner's circle, but can we add 2 more? And they're like, that might make it a little crowded. Forget about those days. Those days are over. Because everybody loves being a part of My Racehorse, and it's really a lot of fun. Everybody just wants to be part of this, the feel and getting in that winner's circle. Oh, it's wonderful what My Racehorse has done. It's really opened up ownership for so many people who never in a million years would have been in that winner's circle picture. So my hats off to you. Great job, everybody involved in My Racehorse.
Thank you, Georgie. Appreciate that.
Wait, don't suck up him.
He's
not on your team. Yeah,
too much. Don't get too appreciative.
He's trying to soften you up, Joe. I want that eye of the tiger back. Let's go.
All right, let's go. Let's get into this. Nicole, let's take control, man. Come on. You got $100 to win. It's the entire nation. There's no Keeneland. There's no Belmont. There's nobody. Everybody's eyes are on us.
There's no Hawthorne today.
No Hawthorne, man. And unfortunately, a moment of silence. No more Arlington. All right, so here we go. 100 to win. Who are you going with?
I am going to race 9, and I am taking a shot with. Oh my goodness! Did I give you the right number? I maybe. Where's my?
You said 9.
Like, I know that.
9.
Well, yeah, that's because I can't count. He's actually horse number 8.
Okay, we can switch
I'm
that.
sorry, if you can change that on the graphic, because I wrote it down wrong in my book, but it is race 9, horse number 8. Star Sailor is who I like. Star Sailor is one of 2 that trainer John Sadler has in here, and probably the B entry. But there are a couple things I really like about him. He's going first time claiming. Jockey Hernandez is going well with the barn, and I really, really, really like the switch to a turf route for the first time. Yeah, the debut on turf wasn't so good, but that was 5.5 furlongs, and that was a long time ago. He's had some decent outings going longer on the dirt, and now comes second off the lay. His damn Gifted Girls, a stakes winner on the grass, ran second in the Beverly D back in 2013. And I just think with the switch to a claimer for the first time, a switch to a turf route for the first time, trying the right new things to put it together. So I'm taking a swing.
All right, Star Sailor. And, of course, you almost put number 9, World Cruiser, right in the winner's circle by, picking the 9 and now the 8 or whatever. Eddie, hopefully the 8 will come through. First time maiden claiming, that's a big angle. Straight maiden dropper to maiden claiming always seems to be a positive angle. And Star Sailor is going to be a price for sure. That's a really, really competitive race with a big field. We should get all of 6 to 1.
It is. It's exactly the sort of race where if there's a horse you like at a price, you gotta go for it, and that's why I'm taking Star Sailor as my don't get cute in an exacta, don't get cute in the double. Most interesting opinion I have all day. Let's just play to win and walk away.
Love it.
I love it. That was my race. I played exacta, double, everything. I love it.
I love it. All right, Joe. Win time for you, buddy. Where are we going and why?
Okay, I'm going to go to race 3, and we're going to look at number 3, Star of Africa. Ultimately, I just think this is a horse that's getting back and running against her friends at this level, in the Claiming 25 level. Also, I think this pace really does lack pace, and I think this horse is going to find herself either on the front or sitting right off the horse outside. Rose Princess with Maldonado. I'm sure that horse will show some early speed. With the rails out at 20 feet, I just think she's going to get a great trip, and ultimately her class is going to show up today. And that will be my 100 to win. If we get 5 to 2, I'll gladly take 5 to 2 on Star of Africa.
I like it. Star of Africa 5 to 2. Georgie, not much pace in there, dropping back, like he said, amongst the friends back into the claiming ranks. So we'll take the 5 to 2 and take an early lead on you guys.
She really had been running up against some tough customers, and so this is alleviation of class is going to help her big time. Last time she was at claiming level, she won 2 in a row. So she's certainly talented, has, great, seems like the only one, maybe Rose Princess can run with her a little bit early on. Other than that, she's going to be double tough. All right, we got an exacta to work with. Where are we going, Nicole?
In my exacta, I'm going to the last race of the day, race number 10. And I'm really not buying Velvet Slippers. Like, yes, going from mistakes back to allowance, but the horse has the only win the horse has is on the lead, and yet there's some other pace in here. Bye Bye Birdie's got some pace. Last First Kiss needs to go. And the thing is I think the fastest of all, the one that the one that Velvet Slippers and everything else is, everyone else is gonna have to kind of fight to catch, is the number 4 Nice Ice. And so I'm using Nice Ice in the Exacta. Yes, stepping up in class. I'm sorry, not trip, class, because that win last out was against Calbreds and now the Open, but definitely whacked the Calbreds the right way in order to take a shot at this Open claiming level. And, speed does play pretty well. I want a horse who's forward, but I want a horse who I can feel stronger about actually getting on the front. And so I think for me, that is Nice Ice. And I'm going to play her with Moraz, the number 6. Moraz has tactical speed to carve out a trip. She should be sharp second off the lay, especially since she's back on dirt, where she is more proven. She also keeps Rispoli, a regular rider. The question is, of course, first time versus older, but I think she has the tools. And as far as one of the quote unquote more likely horses to play with Nice Ice, I like her being a little more tactical more than Velvet Slippers, who's hung on the outside.
Can I interrupt you for a second?
Yeah.
Velvet Slippers is scratched.
Oh, okay. Then
I did not know that either.
That is unfortunate from a price perspective, but on the other hand, does that make me like Nice Ice and Moraz any less? No.
I like it. All right, Joe. It's your time for an Exacta, buddy. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Georgie.
No, Moraz is a serious racehorse, and they thought enough of her to put her in graded stakes races. Got Rispoli. I like. Go ahead, Chappy.
Which another thing about that is Michael McCarthy he takes his time with horses. So after breaking the maiden, he goes right into graded stakes. They had to think a lot of that horse because he's very conservative amongst the trainers out here on the West Coast. So, okay, Joe, you're Exacta, where and why?
Okay, we're going to go to race 8, and this is a little bit of a hedge to my double that we'll get to a little bit later. I lied. The Exacta, we're going to race 9, still a hedge to my double later on. I'm a big fan in race 9 of Solo Amino for trainer Phil D'Amato. Ultimately, going back, looking at this horse's first 2 turf races, first race maybe had one of the most toughest trips I've seen in a while. We had a horse in the race, and this horse came flying through on the rail late. I'm excited to see this horse get the route of ground, go in 2 turns. I thought the last race was decent on the dirt off a long layoff, and I think you're going to see significant improvement. And I feel like they're going to try to get away with one here. They drop in for maiden claiming for the first time, in for the $45,000 tag. To me, I feel like the horses run too well, and I feel like maybe they're trying to scare some people off here. I think the horse has tactical speed, and I think is really going to appreciate the 2 turns on the turf. So in my Exacta, as I'm going to key this horse in my double later on, I'm going to look at 2 others, and we're going to look at the 7 Eagle Chief, first-time drop for John Sadler. I know we did highlight the other John Sadler runner earlier. I'm going to take a shot with this one. Second time off a short layoff, stretching back out. The key here is going to be the drop in class. Hopefully that does it. He does have that tendency to just kind of run that, late close in third. He does have that tendency. Hopefully the drop in class can change the game here. And then secondly, we'll look at number 10 for Christian Mulhall. Originally came for that ship and win for the Del Mar meet. Unfortunately did not get in. They did geld. And I think ultimately you're going to see that transfer over to the California turf courses make a big difference here. First time gelding, and has run well enough in the previous 2 starts. So I'm going to key 7-10 over 4 for the Exacta there.
I like 7-10 over 4, George. He's, as you will see with the double, he's got a little couple ideas working, much like Jason Avila did yesterday with the horse keying in a couple different spots, which we will get to shortly. So he's keying the 4 horse in second in the Exacta, George. You're on mute, George.
So 7-10, Rosenquist.
Rosenquist over 4, yeah.
Oh.
Did we have different numbers?
I initially wrote you down as 7-9. So that
Yes,
9, they want to get that
what's
9
with
in
the
no matter
9?
what. Somehow
There
that
was
9
9 in the same race.
That 9 is crawling into all our
Maybe it
brains.
wasn't
Like,
that.
stop living
Cruiser
rent
with
free in our
Pratt.
heads.
Wow,
That horse is going to win by 8
I
lengths.
got to win by 8 lengths. It's just talent. It's amazing that they both. We thought it was 7-9. The other one
I thought it was 7-9 also. Okay.
Keep an eye on World
That's my
Cruiser.
fault. Maybe I said 9.
You
swear
said
I
9, yeah. Wow.
This is weird.
This is so weird.
I'm
This is
going to
a
take the World Cruiser. I'm not even going to look at the race.
Look. I mean, my top pick, I like the Hulk in there. I like Mark Ruffalo in that race, but that's a tough race because, again, we're all over the place, and I think that the 9 at this point is a lock. Anyway, let's
Who none of us have, and all of us accidentally have.
Yeah. All right. I'm wearing this hat right here, Nicole, and it stands for Folds of Honor. You can see it right up here as well. Folds of Honor. It's a wonderful organization. What they do is they identify the families of our fallen heroes in the military, and they go to them, and if they need a scholarship, either for the children or the spouse, they provide 100% of the funds for the scholarship. They've given out something like 29,000 scholarships since 2007. It's a phenomenal organization. The more I work with them, the more impressed I am. I know that the reason that we can wager on these horses is because the military provides us the blanket of freedom to do so. So when somebody gives their lives to protect us, and we have an organization that takes care of that family, I love it. And I love this organization, Folds of Honor. We're having a very special poker tournament. It's a $300 buy-in on October 23rd. And you can sign up at santanita.com. 100% of that $300 is going towards this organization. We're going to have all kinds of things, right, Chappy?
Yeah, we've got all kinds of gifts for the winners. We're going to have bounties on certain people like trainer Doug O'Neill. And we've got silent auction items and some terrific items. I mean, seats in the owners seats at a Laker game. 4 tickets on the glass for a Kings game. Tickets to SoFi Stadium for a Charger game. And all kinds of signed items. And it's going to be terrific. Like you said, everything goes to the Folds of Honor. So come on out. We need the players, $300. And that includes food and booze, right, George?
Food and booze are included all night long, and we're going to have fun. So definitely for a worthy cause, please go to santanita.com and register, and hopefully we'll be having fun and playing poker. All right.
And free-flowing booze. That means a nice little overlay for those with the discipline to drink the sparkling water all night and then bust out all the people who've been drinking all the free booze.
You get a little loose with the all-ins after a few
Sounds
cocktails.
like a free roll to me.
All right. Now, Nicole, who's your daily double? And if you could form it in a question, would be great. Yes.
Who are sugary and over-attracted in race 3 with mountain spirit in race 4? Or to quote someone we've been seeing on the TV a lot, what's sugary and over-attracted over mountain spirit? That's what Matamodio does every single time. What's this? What's this? What's this? Could be a person, could be a horse, could be anything. Anyway, so yes, I'm starting in race 3, and we talked about race 3 already with the win play on Star of Africa, but I think Rose Princess will be a pain for a while up front. And even Did I Stutter? Look back at those races at Parks, has the speed, and now back against her claiming friends, she could be a pain up front too. So the 2 horses I'm taking in race 3 involve Sugary, who, speaking of her friends, these are definitely her friends, kind of a mainstay at this level, did win 4 back, going a mile on the Santa Anita grass at this 25,000, 22.5 level. And then 2 back at Los Al, that was on dirt, but hit the board in a starter. Even 3 back at this level was 4th, but only beaten a little over a length for all of it. So, just keeps showing up at this level. Gotten a bit of a freshening since the 4th at Del Mar, but the Martin Jones barn does well with that. So Sugary, and the other thing is she's drawn on the rail, but she tends to run well from the rail and can carve out a trip a couple lengths off the pace from the rail. The other horse I'm using in this race is the number 8, Over Attracted, who will be coming from a little further back, but you look through and doesn't have to be quite as far back as she was when she won for 32 2 starts back. Tried the starter level and was making up a bit of ground last out, but ultimately did not get there. Second off the Mike Maker claim, you know how Mike Maker does very well with the turf horses that he picks out of the claim box, if you will. I think this is another case of finding the friends, and I realize I've got a lot of Juan Hernandez in my place today, so here's hoping he can rock it. So in this race, I got Sugary and Over Attracted, both just kind of with their friends, I think, and I think there'll be a little more pace in this race than some think. And then in race number 4, I'm on the number 2, Mountain Spirit. I'm a big fan of horses with speed in those cheaper claimers, and I think Mountain Spirit has that. It's a drop, but not such a steep drop as to be suspicious. Switching back to Umberto Rispoli, has a win over the course, trying a dirt route for the first time, but between the good turf route form and good dirt sprint form, I think this dirt route might just be in Mountain Spirit's wheelhouse, and I'm going to take Mountain Spirit to try to take them all the way around.
All right, 1-8 with 2 in a daily double. Chappy?
All right, let's get them, Joe. Where are we going with our daily double and why?
Okay, we're going to look at race 8, starting there, claiming 20 non-winners of 3 lifetime. I do think this race is extremely competitive. If I could, I would love to throw a few others in just with my play. I think you can catch some value in both these races. Ultimately, I'm going to land on the 1 Dark Prince and the 4 Pelican Way to start the double. Dark Prince, I think when you look at these last 3 races, come out of some extremely competitive races. Notre Dame for Doug O'Neill's went on to be extremely competitive in the open allowance level races. California Street, last out at Del Mar, just came back to win, dominating at Santa Anita. I'm a little concerned distance-wise. I don't know if the 3/4 is his wheelhouse. I do think he'll be forced to show speed from the rail and get himself forwardly placed. Ultimately, I think he's a horse that's doing well. And at 4-1 with the connections, I don't think you're going to get overbet here. And I think you're going to get great value on Dark Prince. Secondly, Pelican Way. Workout reports aren't stellar on this horse. That's my only drawback here. But considering this horse was in for maiden 20 right off the bat off 1 start, maybe the workout reports were never great on this horse. And ultimately, I think if they do fall apart up front, this horse is going to come running, come off 2 wins. 4 New Barn just got freshened up, and I'm going to take a shot with him at 5-1. And then to end the double, as we kind of talked about, my kind of key of the day is going to be Solo Mino, and hopefully we'll get the 5-1 there. So hopefully we might need a Giovanni Franco daily double. And if we can get 5-1 on both ends, I think it'll be a nice little return there.
You know, I like it, Georgie, because they actually go head-to-head in a couple of races today.
There's some key races. All right, we usually do the spin of the Wheel of Death, but today we're going to do something different. The first one that can tell me all 3 colors of the Ethiopian flag. We'll go first.
Orange, green, white.
That'd be black and orange and green.
Oh, okay, she wins. Or let's go to a secondary question. The lifespan of an emperor penguin.
How am I supposed to go against
emperor penguin? The lifespan of emperor penguin. No, nobody.
I don't know the lifespan, but I'd guess probably. They're pretty big animals. I'd say maybe 20 years.
That's
I'm going to Google that, though.
Sorry. No. We're going to the Wheel of Death. All right, let's go.
I think I've won the Wheel of Death 3 or 4 times in a row. Oh,
you jinxed
15 to 20 years in a while. Boom.
Let's go with the Ethiopian flag. Yeah, work. Go ahead. You get first pick, Nicole, in race number 6. Is that what we agreed on?
Yeah.
All right. Race number 6. There's a reason I didn't pick this for one of my 3 bets. I don't really have the strongest opinion in here. I think I will go with the number 2 for Love Not Money. However, more Juan Hernandez today, which is, I guess, my theme. But first time route, has some tactical speed, drops to the lowest level yet. Good layoff barn, lightly raced. I really like more lightly raced horses in these maiden claimers. So yeah, I'm not going to go cute. I'm going to go number 2 for Love Not Money.
All right, Joe, in your final Jeopardy, who will you take as the tiebreaker?
Yikes. Yeah, this is a tough one outside of that. I'm going to take a little shot in the dark here and go to Slew South number 6, just purely on the dropping class here, and hopefully we can get lucky there.
That is actually who I had in my pocket for if you got first dibs and you picked For Love Not Money.
I like it.
Yeah. All of our handicappers, we always say this whole week, we were like, you're not going to need that tiebreaker. Yeah. Every time it came down to the tiebreaker. So,
Not today. We keep saying that today. One of these days it's going to work.
We got to hit something.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys very much. One of you will be around here in round number 2. We'll look forward to seeing you. Thank you both. You both do such a phenomenal job. It's great to have you on, Chappy. Any last words?
No, I appreciate it, Nicole. Good seeing you once again. And Joe, get your butt out to the track. I haven't seen you for a while. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.